Hi guys, so thank you for joining. So today my topic is about Ramadan campaigns and the 5 common pitfalls. So what do you mean by a pitfall? So a pitfall is a problem that the brands could face in the future. So in my topic, I'll be discussing about Ramadan campaigns. I'll be discussing about Ramadan campaigns and alternative methods that the brands could come up with in order to overcome these pitfalls. So the first point is turning passive, outdated messaging into interactive, actionable storytelling. So what do you mean by turning passive outdated messaging here is, so most of you guys must have seen Ramadan social posts where they put out well wishing post, joyful and celebratory post, but then brands offer their audience the same. Due to the change in the current consumer behavior, brands, they have stepped forward, where they make sure their campaign is community listened. They make sure that the community involves customers to be a part of something meaningful. I'll show you some Ramadan campaign examples where brands have taken CSR initiatives where they make, as I told before, where they make sure the community, the customers is also involved with the campaign. For example, skincare beauty campaign. So this is a campaign which was done by the skincare beauty product, where they encourage the TikTok audience, to nominate small businesses. So they encourage TikTok audience to nominate small businesses in order to to make a catalog where to encourage small talents. So here, let me play this video to you all. So here I've put some comments of this video where the TikTok users have tagged or nominated certain small businesses to raise awareness. So there's another brand which took a CSR approach called Old El Paso's Wrap It Up campaign. The objective of this campaign is to encourage customer to not waste food. So every time a customer visits the website of this brand and creates a video where they don't waste their food and reuses their leftover food. When they reuse their leftover food and then they pledge it on this brand's website, so this brand would donate food to food bank, which is done in Dubai. Let me show this video to you all on how they encourage the community to do something meaningful.
We've all been guilty of wasting food, but that's okay. Let me show you the way.
Wrap it up, wrap it up. All you gotta do is wrap it up. Wrap it up, wrap it up. All you gotta do is wrap it up.
So this was the campaign that they ran to encourage the community and and make them to be a part of a meaningful CSR initiative. So let me show you all a video where influencer or user has created a video.
We've all been guilty of wasting food, but that's okay. Let me show you the way.
Wrap it up, wrap it up. All you gotta do is wrap it up. Wrap it up, wrap it up. All you gotta do is wrap it up.
So these are some CSR initiatives taken by these brands, to make sure they do something meaningful at this time of the year during Ramadan. So I'll also show you all a local brand example where even there they raise awareness to be a part of something meaningful. So everyone might know this brand. This is a key CSR initiative, so I took a local brand as an example to give you all more insight on this topic. So to simply to put, brands can no longer take passive can no longer passively share CSR initiatives or banquet messaging due to the change in consumer behavior. And also brands should add value to consumers, and in each step they should also not hinder their online experience. So my next point is badly chosen influencers become handpicked co-creators. So benefits of choosing an influencer is to increase or maximize reach and for brand exposure. So benefits of you choosing an influencer is to brand exposure and to maximize reach. So here the major pitfall here is, even though the brand chooses an influencer to portray a message, it won't reach your targeted audience, because due to the change in the consumer behavior, consumers they crave to relate authentic content from people they trust in their social communities. So therefore handpicked co-creators. So handpicked co-creators is an alternative method to overcome this issue. And so brands, they have decided to choose handpicked co-creators who embody with the brand ethos. And also handpicked co-creators have lesser number of followers comparing to macro and micro influencers. But then the benefit of handpicked co-creators is it reaches to your targeted audience. So for example, if I show y'all, so Mercedes-Benz brand, they have launched a 4-part docu-series campaign during Ramadan. So in this video, you all will witness a pilot here who is in Dubai, a famous pilot. So they have used this pilot in this campaign to create a 4-part docu-series where he travels from Dubai to Mecca. So let me show you all this video. The video is too long. Let me just play a small part of it. So the objective of this campaign is to show how important the Muslim pilgrimage to Mecca is during Ramadan.
شفت العالم كله من كابينة الطيارة. من فوق كل شيء جميل، الكرة الأرضية جميلة، بس لما تكون فوق الغيوم ما تقدر إنك توقف. أتذكر لما كنت صغير أبوي كان ياخذنا بالسيارة كنا نروح لكم من دولة، كنا نوقف ونتعرف على أماكن جديدة وناس طيبين. والله صار لي فترة طويلة ما توقفت. بس شوفوا هذا الحين يوديني صوب الرياض، وبعدين من الرياض لين مكة.
بتم في الرياض.
You meet, you explore.
بس أخاف أسير بروحي.
المفروض ما تخافين. This is how you discover yourself.
لو شيء استوى.
This is the adventure of it. Anything can happen. أي شيء يقدر يستوي.
It's a learning experience.
It's a learning experience. And that's the whole point of traveling alone.
You learn how to be alone.
كيف ممكن نلتقي بنفس الأشخاص مرتين في بلد كبير مثل السعودية؟ هاي مش صدفة. في وقت حق الرياض، رايحين الحسا.
احنا مشينا وراك اول وضعنا، والحين ماشيين ورا نبيل وبنضيع.
كان لازم نضيع عشان أفيق وأطلع لفوق.
That was a campaign done by Mercedes-Benz. So moving on to the next, so sentiments. So this was a sentiment that I found about this campaign. So as you all can see in this sentiment, how the audience is inspired. It has also, reached the targeted audience during Ramadan. So the next point is stereotype family roles are out, accurate changing family dynamics are in. So this is about breaking the norm. So during Ramadan or any other festivals, you all must have seen in most of the TV commercials or any other advertisements, we mostly see women or mom, roles of mom. So this time in the month of Ramadan, to prove or to show that the moms are heroes too, during Ramadan certain brands have initiated campaigns. So we are starting to see more dad and male figures in TV commercials. So let me show you all an example of a brand. So this is called Home of Sweets campaign. This is actually, you all know what is samosa stripes, right? So Sweets campaign, so this brand produces samosa products, samosa sheet products. They think that mothers, they spend a lot of time on crafting the samosa food. So here they have created a campaign to encourage mothers, or to show that mothers should not only be in a kitchen but also even the whole family should get together and arrange for Ramadan. So let me show you the campaign.
انتوا ايش فيكم جننتوا ولا ايش؟ بيصير وقت الفطور. هذا ما انا سويتهم. ماما
كل سنة وانتم طيبين. نعرف في الغالب ما عندك وقت لنفسك، وعشان كذا أطلقنا حملة سويدز اللي هدفها ترجع لأمهاتنا شوية من الوقت اللي يقضوه يحضرون لنا وجبة الفطور في شهر رمضان المبارك. تعاوننا مع 4 طباخين رائعين وقدمنا علبة سمبوسة جاهزة لأكثر من 130 عائلة خلال الشهر الكريم.
ايش اسوي الحين؟
ارتاحي.
So the main objective of this campaign was to appreciate mothers and for the work they do during Ramadan. So I'll also show you some local brands examples. You all must be aware of these TV commercials. So for example, if you take Sunlight Care washing powder, before we used to see in most of the washing powder advertisements, mothers, they get involved. But in the past few years, the brands have changed according to the consumer behavior. So here in this Sunlight Care, you all must have noticed the daughter gets involved in washing clothes for her mother. So the next is the Viva TV commercial. We see a male figure where he prepares tea for the whole family. So the main objective here is breaking the norm, and appreciating mothers, and showing more male figures or fathers involved in campaigns. So the next one is copy paste creative for the mass becomes innovative, fresh, creative ways in. So according to the World Global Digital Report, it is said that the consumers will not tolerate being spammed with one campaign, and they won't tolerate watching longer form of videos across their social journey. This could be a once upon a time winning approach, but then due to the change in the consumer behavior, the consumers, they expect something new, something different, something fresh, and something very creative. So let me show you all an example of a brand. So Snapchat's first ever augmented reality LED virtual mall. So in the MENA region, in the mall, they have launched a Snapchat first ever augmented reality virtual mall where the customers could feature some of the region's most popular brands like L'Oreal, Al-Futtaim, IKEA and Namshi and so on. So these allow customers to browse their favorite products through a unique shopping experience. For you all to give an idea on how the Snapchat AR works is, let me play this video.
Lenses that used our True Size technology drove a 42% higher return on ad spend compared to lenses without.
So the next example is Fasting of Ramadan running campaign. So this is a podcast series done by a Olympic player. So here he gives some tips about how to stay healthy and fit during Ramadan while fasting. So this was also an approach taken by this brand, during Ramadan. Let me go to the next point. So archaic mass broadcast must morph into fluid multifaceted journeys. So what do you mean by archaic mass broadcasting is old-fashioned mass approach. So for example, when you take a radio advertisement, customers, even though the customer sees your ad in a radio, the brand should make sure they show the advertisements or the campaign in all the platforms, because the customer is not only present due to the change in the consumer behavior, they are not only present in one platform, they are actually present in multiple platforms. So brands must make sure they are in each and every platform. For example, if you see an advertisement in a magazine at home, you leave the magazine in the table and you take your car to drive. So by the time you come home, your magazine would be in the dustbin and you won't see the ad again. So when you're traveling in the car, you will listen to the ad in your radio, in the car radio. So after you listen there, and then you listen the same ad in the radio also. So this example is this example is for multifaceted journey. So once you go to your office, or you have a TV, or you browse the internet, and you're a person who only uses Facebook. So if you see the ad only on if you don't see the ad or the content on Facebook, the same ad, so which means it's the brand has not reached in those platforms. So the brands have to make sure they are available in all the platforms and reach the right audience. So moving on to the next slide. So the key takeaways of these of my topic is, so interactive actionable storytelling. So this will help you involve brand communities to action change together. For example, I gave you all those CSR initiatives. And then handpicked co-creators will strengthen your brand's purpose by adding credibility and heightening engagement with newfound audience. As I told you, as I mentioned before, even though they have less followers, they might probably meet your targeted audience or bring in new audiences. And then accurate family representation. So as I mentioned before, breaking the norm, where you show where you appreciate your mother, and bringing in more male figures to TV commercial. So this portrays a brand's culturally relevant, appealing to younger generations, because we expect brands to not only keep up with the societal changes but to step ahead and take charge. So talking about innovative, fresh, creative approaches, so this will never fail to capture attention and entertain consumers, because particularly when utilizing new community spaces and technologies that allow a more engaging and meaningful experience with the brand, because consumers, they expect something new, innovative and fresh creatives. So fluid multifaceted consumer journeys. So this will strengthen a brand's presence, engaging in spaces that count to the right people at the right time. So brands should be available in all the platforms, and make sure they are targeting to the correct, right audience. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for joining, and thank you for listening.